The following is a morning walk conversation with His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on January 6, 1976, in Nellore, India.
The Vaishnavas say that the gold ring is smaller in quantity than the gold mine, but the only way in this material world, that is only a material example, because something can be separated from the general mass because there are many different elements. You can tell the difference between a gold ring and a gold mine because there is air and space. But there is Eka Brahman Advitya Nasti. There is only Brahman. So you cannot say that there is a big Brahman and a part and parcel Brahman. The words part and parcel you have only written into these Shrutis for your own.
No, that is not your rascal's imagination. It is spoken by the Lord Himself. Amai Vangsa. He is not rascal like you. That he will say something which is mistake.
No, that is only during his avatar. He says,
that's all right. He says like that, we have to accept it. Bhagavad Gita.
And in the lower stage.
Lower stage, not that is you are in the lower stage, you cannot understand. But what he says there is right. Amaivanga. Sanatana, eternally on. It is not that made angsa at the present time. Sanatana. From the very beginning.
And it is contradictory.
No contradictory. It is not contradictory. He says, Mamaivangsa jiva, these jivas, they are eternally my angsa. It is not that because now in the material world it has become present.
How can there be any truth outside the Lord? How can there be any truth separate from the Lord?
Yes, but
like a gold ring separate from the
whatever the Lord says, that is truth. Not your statement is truth.
No, just like if I say,
you cannot say
warmly. You should dress warmly
you
now.
Cannot say.
And then I come in the summer and you still are dressing warmly. It's for time and circumstance, only immediately.
That is spiritual fragment, eternally existing. Nitya, Nityanam, there are always plural number and singular.
How can there be any truth separate from the Lord?
No, it is not separate. You are thinking separate.
Well, the gold ring is separate from the gold ring.
No, that is your material conception.
Yes,
but everything
is a material example. The example came from you Vaishnavas. We do not make it.
No.
We go directly from the Shruti. Eka Brahma Advitya Nasti.
Then you don't accept Bhagavad Gita.
In between.
Then you don't accept Bhagavad Gita.
No, we also accept. During avatar, these things may go on.
No.
But actually, ultimately, everything will become one. The Jivatma will become one with the Paramatma. The Advaitavadi.
It is already one. That is Vishishta Advaita.
But it appears differently.
Yes.
But actually, there is no difference.
No.
So we are one with God. So we are one. But
why one? You are one and different. Vedavet, Achinta Vedavet. Simultaneous, one and different. Just like this is one and different. The children have come from the body, that is one, but it's still that different. Even in the hogs and pigs, the Achinta Vedavet Tattva is there.
It's different only during the manifestation of Prakriti. But actually it is
just like in Vrindavan, there are. But still there are trees, there are flowers, there are water, there are cups, there are cows, there are gopis. But they are all one. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavita. All of them are Ananda Chinmaya Rasa. Nirvishesh Bhad, it is not Nirvishesh Bhad, Sabhishesh.
says in the Mahabharata, as Itihas, how did it get the name Upanishad? Gita Upanishad.
Because it's spoken by Krishna. Itihas also Vedic literature. Pancham Veda, Mahabharata. For understanding of the common man, Sri Shuddha Dijavandhana, Traina Suti Gochara. Woman, Shudra, and Dijavandhana, they cannot understand directly the Vedas.
But even Bhishma, when he was on the battlefield, he said, I have given up my Veda Gya. So he became one.
One you are already. Because you are foolish, you cannot understand. That is our Veda. I am not different. It's like my finger is not different from me. If the finger thinks I am different from the body, that is ignorance.
Just as we say that ignorance consists of not understanding the difference between the Jiva and the Paramatma, the Mayavadis say that ignorance means to understand the difference between Jiva and Paramatma. They say
then there is difference. That means that there is difference. If they say like that there is difference.
They say that oneness, that is the real knowledge.
No, that's all right. But why they say difference?
They say to see that our vision of difference, that is ignorance. When we understand to the Jiva Atma to be different from God, from Bhagavan, that is ignorance. That our vision of seeing God...
So we admit that when we see that I am separate from the same example, if the finger thinks that it is separate from the body, that is ignorance. Because the finger is required by the body to serve the body. If he thinks, no, I will not serve you because I am different, that is ignorance. That is ignorance. That is going on. These Mayavadis, they refuse to serve God. That is ignorance. If they are part and parcel of God or one with God, how you can refuse to serve? That is ignorance. Here the finger is my part and parcel of the body. It cannot refuse to serve, I say immediately it comes. So if the finger thinks that I am one, why shall I serve the whole body? That is it. Chetan means activity. So if I am one with God, then my activity should be simultaneously with God. That is oneness. I don't disagree. God says you do it. I disagree. God says you surrender unto me, but I refuse. But that is it. If I am actually one with God, I am asking you do this. You do immediately. But if you do not do it, that is ignorance. Guru Ravagya, then he becomes aparati. Similarly, oneness means no disagreement. That is one. Chetan. Chetan means I can disagree or agree. Both things are there. That is Chetan. So, Chetana. So, when God says that you do it, you must do it. That is agreement. That is one. If you refuse, that is ignorance. How can you refuse? The trouble is take the whole family and the head of the family ask somebody to do something. If he refuses, then that is rebellion. In the state, because citizens must agree with the government. Chetan means he has got both the things. If he likes, he can agree. If he likes, he does not agree.
Their big word is that you merge and you become that. So
that is merging. They do not know what is merging. Merging means so long I was disagreeing, now I agree to avoid bhagavad. That is merging. Just like several states, they merge into one. So they agree to work unitedly. That is merging. Merging does not mean that you have got your discretion and that is finished. That is not merging. Then your Chaitanya is lost. How can you be lost?
What about the analogy that many rivers flow into the same sea, lose their individuality? Their example is that many rivers, they flow into one sea and then they lose their individuality.
Because they're short-sighted, blind, that there are many individual living entities within the river. But they are blind, they cannot see them. Because it is covered by water, they see only the water is there. Because they are blind, rascals, they cannot see. But if they go deep into the water, they will see there are so many individuals, millions, and they are living in the same river.
But there's no difference between the individual living.
Yes, there is no difference. Still that is Ashuddha. There is individuality and no individuality. So long they are living there within the river, there is no individuality.
That example is also a jugglery of words because let's say the Mississippi River is the quantity of water that's on the land. When it goes into the ocean, you don't say that now the Mississippi River is in the ocean. Mississippi River is still individual, and the ocean is another thing.
The Mississippi is not finished.
Yeah.
And the water molecules still remain as
Not
water
only that,
molecules.
the water is again taken away and it is thrown into the Mississippi. So these rascals who think that we have now merged, we have now liberated, that is rascal now. They will be taken away and thrown again. That is good. Arujya Kritchena, now this is fact. Arujya Kritchena parang padang tata patanti yada. They cannot stay. They will be taken away by the nature's law, converted into cloud and thrown away. Again come. Again come. They are thrown away. They cannot stay. And again they become water and come to. So that is going on. Coming and going. So there, merging is not fact.
Vimukta mani.
Yeah, vimukta mani, yes.
That Vishnu Paramam Padam, that claims Vishnu as the supreme. But where does it say that Krishna is the source of Vishnu from the Shrutis?
Shruti, Brahma says, Ishvara Paramam Krishna.
Brahma Samhita is Shruti.
Yes. Brahma spoke Shruti, Vedas. So whatever he speaks, that is Shruti. It is therefore called Samhita. Samhita means Vedas. Shruti. As soon as it is called Samhita, that is Vedas.
Is the examination for Bhaktivedanta and Bhakti Shastri. It was taught that they would be given examinations.
Yeah.
What is the subject matter, syllabus for...
Whatever books we have got, is to be studied. Bhakti Shastri means nectar of devotion, Bhagavad Gita, nectar of instruction, beyond death. In this way we select some 10 books. That is Bhakti Shastri.
So when will that...
Then we come to Bhagavad, then we come to Chaitanya, Chaitamrita, in this way. So from next year, unless one passes Bhakti Shastri, he cannot be second initiate. First initiation is open for everyone. Come on, chant Hare Krishna. That will purify you. And then let you understand what is Bhakti.
This is very good, because then those that will become second, those that will have second initiation will have to know the scriptures. Will have to know your books.
Yes, that is. Now that is.
Unless they know your books, they will never be fixed up devotees.
Yeah.
Many times people give second initiation because they need a pujari
No.
in the temple. So they give.
Puranas have different Gitas, Prabhupada.
Mm-hmm.
So some person said that there is a Ganesh Gita. Similarly, there are different demigods, they speak their Gita. And they also say, they show the universal form, or they say that they are Parabrahma, Paradhamma, they say the same things in their
That's all right, let them do that. We take Bhagavad Gita, that's all. Shankaracharya also, Bhagavad Gita, Kinchita Gita. If Bhagavad Gita is understood a little only, he becomes liberated.
Then why should it be called the Bhagavad Gita and not the Krishna Gita?
Huh?
Krishna is referred to as Bhagavan.
Bhagavad Gita, not
Yeah.
Bhagavad Gita.
No, Bhagavan. Because the others are not Bhagavan.
Yes, Krishnastu Bhagavan
It
Sam.
would be called
Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. Bhagavan, that I explained so many times. Bhagavan everyone. Little possessing opulence.
But these other Gitas are named after the demigod.
That's all right. He can be called Bhagavan. He is not ordinary man. But can be called. But the real Krishnastu Bhagavan Sam. That is it. The real Bhagavan is here. But these demigods, they have got little opulences, not equal to Krishna. Therefore they are sometimes called Bhagavan.
But their Gitas are not called Bhagavad Gita. They're called by their...
But do they have the potency to show the universal form?
Oh.
These
Demigods?
demigods?
Yes. What is that universal form? It is nothing. I am a powerful living being can do that.
In the other Vaishnava Sampradayas, such as the Madhva Sampradaya and the Ramanuja Sampradaya, they do not understand that Krishna has his own planet, Goloka Vrindavan. They think that there's only Vaikuntha and nothing else.
Then their knowledge is imperfect. In the Brahma Samhita it is said, Goloko namni nijadham nitale chatas.
That is why when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back to Puri, he said, I've met many Ramanujas, many Madhvas, many Buddhists, but I like Ramananda Roy very much because he has this knowledge of Radha Krishna. In South India, there's very few Radha Krishna stories. And what they have is, from some Puranas, the marriage of Radha and Krishna. They perform Radha Krishna Kalyana. Marriage. How is...
Yes.
In the Brahma Vaivartana. So a court case appeared. That one man had some property in the name of Radha Krishna deities. So the court said, you only have the quota for one family. So he argued that Radha Krishna are not married. They are two separate families. So they should have double quota of land. So he won the case on that. But if somebody came from the south, they said, no, they can be married also.
I think, Prabhupada,
You would have lost.
You wrote in the
Brahma
verse that
Vaivartana.
there's a ceremony where Radha and Krishna are being married.
Brahma Vaivartana Purana, I heard. That they were married by Brahma. In secret.
Is there any social activity that this Hare Krishna movement is taking?
So what is the best social activity? Or is the best
Giving the
social?
poor and the needy.
Everyone is poor. Who is rich? First of all, find out. He is rich.
Rich in the sense, luxurious living.
He is not really living very luxuriously. That he has no disease, he does not become old. Does not become? Then very, very richness.
Somebody questioned me yesterday.
Yeah.
The moment of doing any social activities.
These things are being done by so many other people. And we are doing something which is ultimate. Where the hospital gives some medicine when there is some disease, but that does not mean there will be no disease. Can they guarantee? Now I give you this medicine, no more disease. We are giving this medicine, there is no more disease. That is the best social work. Tapta deham punarjanma naiti. We are giving this medicine. Then after leaving this body, so for this body is concerned, somehow or other will pass on. And as soon as you give up this body, tapta deham punarjanma naiti. You will have no more birth. And if you have no more birth, there will be no more death. And if you have no more birth, then there will be no more disease. This is our prescription. Tattadeham punarjanma naiti mavesi. Not that he is finished. He goes back to home, back to God. This is our prescription. So, your question is answered or not? Your question is answered or not?
I am not fully.
Do you understand?
Yes, I am.
Why it is not fully?
Not understandable to the layman.
Why you should layman? Why you should not wise man? Why you should insist to remain a layman? Why you are persisting to remain a layman? Why?
Because they want.
They not what I am talking with you. They are all foolish. We call them murhas, Duskidina murhas. So their demand is not legitimate. If murha, if your small child says, Father, give me bidi, cigarette, could you give me? Because he is murha. So the father is intelligent, no. Similarly, the murhas may demand. They open this hospital. But we are not going to do that. We know a poor hospital requires so far the body is concerned, but there are so many hospitals. The real hospital which is not existing, we are starting with. That is our mission, which is not possible for the so-called leaders and politicians. Try to clear this.
Once you mentioned the story that when you were young, you saw a mother running across the street in Calcutta, beating her child because his brother had typhoid fever and he fed him the parota.
Yeah.
Even socially, though, without religious, scientific, practical God consciousness, how can there be a civilization? How can anyone know that there's the difference between right and wrong or morality unless there is God consciousness to know that someone is watching everything I do? If you avoid that, just like we say they want Ram Rajya without Ram. But they want the Rajya.
Now, the laws and legislative assembly there are, and there is punishment, there is court, everything is there. That we are discussing last time. That where is the honest man? Why? In spite of laws, legislative assembly, court and everything, the wholesale rogues and dishonest. Then what is the use of this? What is your answer? Why you are checked on the airport, just like a culprit, criminal. They cannot trust even a gentleman, although he is educated, maybe holding very good office, but still he is not to be trusted. So this is the result of your so-called function. But there is no honest man throughout the whole world. Then what is the use of such education? And what is the use of their living? Let them die. No hospital for them.
In America, they have the highest. A man in Calcutta, he was a devotee, rich also. He had some kidney thing. He wanted to go to the Calcutta hospital. They said all the beds are full of Naxalites with bomb wounds and stab wounds and fighting wounds. They could not get a bed in the hospital because it was full of gundas. Hospitals were all full of gundas. In America, they have the highest quality of hospitals and schools and everything, but yet the young people are turning to be hippies. You have mentioned that in the introduction to your lecture of devotion.
Yes. What is the use of such education?
The education is something like exercise education.
Education means to do the right thing, not the wrong thing. That is education. The education means enlightenment, to know what is right, what is wrong. That is education.
7:15.
Huh?
7:15.
On the street, there is signboard, keep to the left or keep to the right. This is education. This is education. One must know how to run the car, which side. And education means enlightenment. If you foolishly do something, immediately you become criminal. So education means to enlighten, to know what is right, what is wrong. That is it. But people do not know. So what is the meaning of it?
In all these schools, the young people are learning all the bad habits from the schools. Instead of getting to learn how to do right things, they are learning to do all wrong things because of association with people from low families.
And they even have sex education in school. They're teaching people how to be rogues.
Our education is first of all to become brahmachari. And the modern education is how to become babichari. This is rascal education. And for this purpose there are big universities, vice chancellor, and so on, so on.
Now that everything is so degraded that in American universities they have co-educational toilets. Oh boy.
Let that man hear that. He didn't hear that.
Gradually